you ready to dive in the world of prompt engineering or to make the most out of ChatGPT? Hey guys, welcome back to another video of my 90-day challenge. Today we'll still be continuing on prompt engineering, and if you haven't already, make sure to check out my first video on prompt engineering to just grasp the basics, and some of the terms that we use today here will probably be mentioned there. So if you don't know it already, make sure to watch it. For those of you that are new to prompt engineering, what is prompt engineering? So you probably have heard of ChatGPT with the recent boom in AI, but do you ever wonder how it knows exactly what you're looking for? Well, the secret is in the prompt, the words you use to talk to ChatGPT. So how do we engineer a perfect prompt? Now, it is not impossible. There have been many studies developing different principles and structures that we could use that could get ChatGPT to create a better prompt for us and to basically let it understand what we're trying to get it to do in these keywords. Because honestly, in human interaction, there's always a lot of assumptions going on, but as a computer, it can't really make these assumptions, and you would have to be more specific in your prompts. So for example, if you're building a chatbot for a food delivery service, you need to train it on relevant data and provide it with maybe examples of popular dishes, cuisines, and restaurants. And then after that, you still have to fine-tune the model's parameters, hyperparameters, to optimize its performance. Now, prompt engineering is not just about the technical side of things. It also involves data analysis, visualization, and storytelling. So you need to be able to tell a story with your data and then use it to drive your point home. Now, the best thing about prompt engineering is that it allows you to be both creative and experimental. You can try different prompt styles and formats to see what you get best from it and whether you're actually getting the result that you're looking for. So if you're interested in learning more about it, make sure to keep watching. And today we're going to be discussing 3 additional principles to the ones I talked about in the last video. And hopefully you guys are learning something new. Anyways, let's just hop right into it. So the first one, we have generated knowledge. Now, generated knowledge is basically taking a question and then trying to make ChatGPT get some facts about it first. So this is called knowledge generation. Let's say, for example, I wanted to know something about is basketball a game where the winner has the highest score? Now, what you can do is ask ChatGPT, can you give me 5 facts about basketball? And then it will spit out these 5 facts. Now, using these 5 facts, you can add it as a context for your second prompt and be like, here is all the context you given, and then ask it, is basketball a game where you win by gaining the most points? The second step, where we actually use the knowledge facts that is generated by GPT, it's called knowledge integration. So we're basically integrating the knowledge that it spit out to us and then basically asking it the question. You can do this in a single prompt or a dual prompt. In a single prompt, you would just be like, give me 5 facts about this thing and then write blah, 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 or answer this question, blah, 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 blah. You can do generate 5 facts about basketball and then use these facts to write a short paragraph or something. And for a dual prompt, it would be okay, first your prompt is give me 5 facts about basketball. And then after that, you would copy and paste those contexts or the facts that it spit out to you and then say, using these, can you give me whatever? Can you answer this question? Can you write a blog, write an essay? Now, usually people will say that the dual prompt is more reliable. You can also pick which facts you want in, because maybe you don't want all of the facts that I generated. This is very useful when you don't want to go into researching more about it and then you just wanted to spit the most popular facts. Anyways, that is all with generated knowledge. Let's move on to our next principle. Now, number 2, we have least to most prompting. Now, least to most prompting is kind of similar to chain of thought prompting, but it's actually inspired from real-world education systems for children. Now, what it does is it breaks down a problem into smaller problems, and then using the smaller problems, you would give it an answer or ask it the answer. Now, how is this better from chain of thought? Because chain of thought is kind of also like breaking it down into smaller and then basically going step by step. But the thing is, by doing chain of thought, you let it go on this thought itself. Rather, with least to most prompting, first you have this whole entire big problem that you want to solve, let's say. Then you ask it, can you identify some sub-problems for this problem? Then after that, you can ask it, given this problem, can you answer this sub-question that it listed out? So maybe it listed out like 4 sub-problems with whatever prompt you gave it. And then you would just do this 4 times and it can answer your question. Now, how do we implement few shot prompting into least to most prompting? Now, instead of using like a chain of thought approach where you basically write down how you think of it, you're trying to break it down into smaller chunks each time. So then if you have a question and then you can break it down, you would first be like, okay, first, this is the first small problem that you want to solve. And then the answer would be this. And then this is the second problem that you want to solve. Now, by doing this, it teaches GPT to break down the information into smaller bits. And then maybe you can learn from these examples and give you a much better answer for your final one. Now, moving on to our last principle for today, it is prompt debiasing. Now, as humans, we know that there's a lot of bias in our world, even in our brains. Everything we see, no one can see the exact same version. Because of that, there's a lot of data outside that also is biased. So how do we prevent GPT from being biased? Now, if you were to ask it few shot prompting approaches, you want to be wary of maybe if there's a multiple choice yes or no question, how many yeses and how many nos are you giving it as exemplars? You actually want to keep it as a balance. So this is the first thing to be wary of when giving exemplars in few shot prompting. Now, second thing is your order actually matters. There is an order bias based on previous studies. So if you want it to not be biased, make sure to randomize your orders. And last but not least, you can actually tell GPT to be unbiased. Now you can say something like, oh, treat people of different gender, race, age, whatever, all the other things equally. And also, if you don't have information on them, do not make assumption based on stereotypes. Now, this is all I have for today. Thank you for watching till the end. If you are interested in more prompting engineering videos, I will be posting another one probably in the next few days. So make sure to subscribe to my channel so you get to know when I'm posting that. And if you're interested in just generally joining my learning journey, make sure to follow my channel so that you get to see all the cool stuff I'm learning. If you liked this video and found it helpful, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. And I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys have a nice day. Peace.